Okay, in this video module, what we're going to do is take a look at the ConTEXT text editor. Now, as mentioned in the last lesson, you're going to need some sort of text editor for writing your scripts for Doom 3. And that choice is up to you. I mean, you can use Notepad if you'd like. Just be careful because Notepad from time to time with specific file types can have trouble with line returns. ConTEXT seems to work great for us. We use it for quite a few things, a lot of things other than the world of Doom scripting. So in this lesson, we're going to take a look at where we get ConTEXT at, and then once you have it installed, a few options that you may find useful. So first of all, this is ConTEXT that we're looking at. Very simple, full-featured text editor. Right now we've got 3 different scripts that are opened up, as seen here. Of course, let me go ahead and say this, Logan. This is Windows-based. Everything we're talking about right now is working from a Windows-based platform.
That's right.
Okay, so now where do you get ConTEXT? Well, it's quite simple. Let's go ahead and open up a browser, and let's go to www.context.cx. So context.cx, and then from here, just look for the new version section. There we go, new version. The newest version is 0.97.5. And all we need to do is just click on this link here, and it'll take us to a page with a primary and a secondary download for ConTEXT. Simply download it. It's just, as you can see in the status bar at the bottom of my browser, it's just contextsetup.exe, so it's an executable. Execute it, and it'll ask you where would you like to install it. Install it like normal. It's like a normal Windows application. And once you're done, and you execute it, there you go. This is what you get, ConTEXT, now running. Of course, you'll notice something kind of fancy up here. It says Doom Script. By default, when you install ConTEXT, it's not going to say Doom Script up there. We'll talk about that in just a second. But first, a couple of the properties that you may want to adjust that just kind of helps with the whole scripting experience. First of all, line numbers. The ability to show line numbers over here on the left-hand side can be very useful when scripting because inside the editor, inside the game, it's going to give you errors. There was an error on this particular line, and being able to jump back over here to ConTEXT and find that line quickly can be very useful. So to set that up, all we need to do is come up here to Options, and then from Options come down to Environment Options, and then from within Environment Options, come over here to Editor, and then we just simply come down to Line Numbers. Click and hit Apply. Now you'll notice there's all sorts of different settings and features available in the Editor section. I mean, everything from setting up what font we're going to use to the size to when we indent, how far are we going to indent, is there going to be auto indent, smart tabs, etc. So anyways, now that we've got that set up, another thing that you may find very beneficial is if we come over here to the Colors tab. I like having Highlight Current Line turned on, and we can control the color of that as well up under Current Line with background color. So let's go ahead and just hit Apply so we can see what this does. Click OK. You'll notice that this is the current line that I have. I mean, when I get in there and I start scripting, and I have a smaller font usually than what we're seeing here, we have this set up just for recording purposes. It gets real easy to lose where your cursor's at. By having it highlight the current line that you're on, you can find it quickly. Just boom, that's where I'm at. So let's just keep on programming. So anyways, I find that very useful. And the final thing is a highlighter. Now, we have written a highlighter for you guys for Doom Script. You'll notice right now that the script has got all sorts of color coding going on, right? As a matter of fact, if we were to change over to some sort of other highlighting, look at that. All of our colors just changed. Of course, we're looking at HTML documents right now, so it's not going to show right. Or Java's going to show some color coding that's going to be kind of close. But Logan took some time and put together a Doom Script highlighter for you. Look at that. Oh, how nice is that? And it works great with all the scripts that already come with Doom 3, of course, if you take them out of the pack file. And then any scripts that you may want to write yourself. To get this highlighter, all you need to do is go over to 3dbuzz.com, and from the Doom Script VTM series heading, you'll find the ConTEXT highlighter available there. And it's simply just a CHL file. All you need to do is take that file, download it, and then go into your Program Files, ConTEXT folder, or wherever you installed ConTEXT to, and there's a highlighters folder in there. Just drop down into the highlighters folder and put that CHL file there. So I mean, you can download it straight to that location if you'd like from the get-go. And in here, what happens is it automatically tells ConTEXT that when ConTEXT opens up a file with a .script extension, that we're going to use the Doom Script highlighter, which makes sense. That way we can immediately be able to identify everything via its color.
Right. The only one thing to keep in mind, though, is after you drop that CHL file in the highlighters folder, you need to restart ConTEXT before it will actually take effect.
You will need to restart ConTEXT for sure. Now, one more thing that you may want to take note in regards to, and that is setting up .script files, associating them to open up ConTEXT, and you can just do that whichever way you like to associate files inside of Windows. And once you get that done, then anytime you double-click on a .script file, it'll automatically open up context, and then the highlighter is going to recognize it as a .script file, set itself to that highlighter so that all of your code is color-coded. Okay? And with that, Logan, is there anything else that you can think of that's worth mentioning here?
No, that should pretty much get everyone up and running with ConTEXT.
Okay, so with that, that's going to wrap up this lesson.